So I am twisting my hair and I decided to quickly film my week 11 half marathon training update. So I'm twisting my hair and I'm gonna chat with you all. For those of you who don't know, I am a natural hair beauty editor and I have a YouTube channel called Black is Beautiful where you can find out details on pretty much everything you need to know about natural hair as well as my natural hair. So basically, I'm in my final week of training. I mean, technically, week 12 is the final week of training, but the end of week 12 is that race. So I'm not going to really consider that the final week. And so this week, I didn't follow any of the training programs at all. I just, I mentioned in my week 4 through 9 update that, I had started incorporating the Hal Diggins with the Nike and kind of doing, you know, both of them. But basically I didn't follow either. And so what I did decide to do was a shorter run of 5 miles on Tuesday and then a longer run of 8 miles on Wednesday. I woke up on Wednesday and I just kind of felt really energized and decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do an 8-mile run. Typically, I wouldn't have done that, even though like the Nike running app does have at this point 5 miles and 8 miles within the same week that they want you to do like 14. I wasn't gonna do that, but I decided to because on Wednesday I just woke up and I had just good energy and good vibes. I had mentioned in my do's and don'ts of half marathon training that you have to be positively motivated in order to really be successful. So I had good vibes that morning and I just went with it. And then today, which is Friday, is my long run. So my long run this week, I decided to do the half marathon. So I did 13.1 miles today, and this is the second time I've run 13 miles. Last time I ran 13 miles was during week 9 and I ran exactly 13 miles and I did so in 2 hours and 37 minutes. This time I ran 13.1, so just a little bit longer, and I did it faster. I ran it in 2 hours and 32 minutes. So I improved by 5 minutes. And basically, I think what helped me to gain the 5 minutes was a combination of knowing the route. I never ran that far before. So on the very first run of it, I was like not really prepared for what was gonna happen. And I know I didn't do like a week 9 update like through the entire week in my last video. I just kind of was at the beginning of the week, but the first time I ran the 13 miles, I had to run further than I normally do on my route. So just to explain, for those of you who may not remember or just tuning in, I mentioned in probably one of the earlier half marathon training videos is that I run on a trail. It's a trail through a preserve, and then it's a trail that goes through a park. I live in Long Island, and this trail has one route, so you don't run in like a circle like on a track, or certain places have like a route that goes kind of circular, maybe around a river or around a pond or something, or a lake. This is just a straight route north, so you can run north. I don't know exactly how far like it goes. I'm thinking based on my experience, you probably could run north 10 miles and then you have to run back south. There's just no other way back. So I've always, on all my runs prior to the 13 miles, I've only run 10 miles. So I would run 5 miles north and then 5 miles south. So when it came to running the 13 miles the very first time, which was 2 weeks ago, I really didn't know what was beyond the 5-mile point. And what I discovered was it's extremely hilly because at the 5-mile point, you enter Bethpage Park. And Bethpage Park, unlike the preserve I run through, is kind of like this. So as soon as you hit like the 6 mile, as soon as you hit the 5 mile mark, you pretty much ascend, and then you descend a little bit, and then it levels off, and then there's a huge steep ascend, and then you descend a little bit, it levels off, and then you descend more, and then you go up again. So it's a lot of that. And then when you get between 6 and the 6.5 mile mark, it has a pretty steep ascend. So I wasn't prepared for that, and I walked most of it, kind of like a fast walk the first time I walked most of it. This time around, I knew I was running to 6.5 because if you remember, it only goes one way. So I run halfway, 6.5, and then I run 6.5 back. So this time I knew what I was prepared for. I was mentally prepared, and I also was physically prepared, but I think the main thing was I was mentally prepared. I knew I was gonna be hitting some hills, so I was kind of like in the zone for, okay, hills coming, strengthen yourself and get ready to like really go. So I did very well on those hills. I didn't have to walk them. I ran them very well, and I kind of paced myself so that I wouldn't overexert myself when I got to the first hill because I knew there were more coming. So I probably could have walked just as fast as I was running, but running it, even if it was a slow run, it's still running, right? So this time around, I did very well, and I also just kept it moving as fast as I could during my fuel stops. So basically, I stop at the halfway mark for all of my long runs. So if I'm running 8 miles, I stop at 4, and if I'm running 10 miles, I'll stop at 5. And for the 13, I stopped at 6.5. And basically, when I stopped, I immediately turned around and I booked it. Like I was booking it. And I was walking as fast as I could while opening up my goo pack and sipping on water. I was doing that as fast as I could. Whereas in the past, when I stop at that halfway mark, I use it as an opportunity to rest. I don't completely stop. Like I still walk, but just not as quickly as I did today, because I was really trying to beat my PR, which was 2 hours and 37 seconds. So this time I was like hustling, walking and hustling, just to save any seconds I could possibly save. And on my 13-mile run, I also stopped a second time to refuel again at the 11.5-mile mark, which is at the top of a really steep hill. So I did that, and I walked as fast as I possibly could to do it, and then I just made good timing. I ran very well. I ran very strong today. I did not feel like it was the hardest thing I've ever done, which is great because running 13 miles is not an easy thing. But it didn't feel hard. It didn't feel hard. I wasn't like, oh my God, when is this over? I was not feeling like my legs were giving out. I came home after running, and I ate a little bit, took a shower, washed my hair, ate a little bit, and then I took a nap. I took about a 3-hour nap. After running 13 miles, you really do need rest. I'm not a napper, but today I napped. I took a 3-hour nap, and it felt really good. And now my body doesn't ache. Like I don't really have any soreness or pain. A little bit of soreness actually in my shin and calf area, but you know, that's obviously just a result of the constant run. But like the places that I've had pain before, like my hip flexors, my quadriceps, my hamstrings, like I'm not having any pain there, which is really good. My race is next week. It's in 9 days. It's Sunday, October 4th. And I feel really strong. I feel super excited. This week I've contemplated running at all. And I definitely am gonna taper when you slow down your running. Not stopping your running, but just slowing it down. I hear somebody coming. Hi. Come. Come, say hi.
Hi.
So I'm gonna taper my run and probably do 2 or 3 days, probably 3 miles. I don't plan on running for distance at all. I wanna just have as much energy as possible. And the day before my run, I'm gonna eat well. Usually before a 13-mile run, I eat like really good. Yesterday, I went to Olive Garden with my husband for lunch. I had mushrooms for an appetizer, lasagna fritta for an appetizer. I had 1 breadstick. I had a margarita. I I had salad, and then I had the lasagna classico, and I ate the entire thing. And the last time I went running, we went to TGI Fridays, and I had mozzarella sticks for an appetizer, I believe a margarita, or no, I had the kids there. I don't usually drink when the kids are around. And I had a cheeseburger. So I do eat really well the day before a run. You can't sit on the floor because they can't see you. Sit. See? They can't see you if you sit there. You're gonna come on my lap? Yeah? See? Now they can see you on my lap because you're taller, okay? She wants to sit on the floor like me. I love you. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. Say, I love you. I love you more. I don't hear you. You're hurting me. Don't do that. That hurts, Mommy. Mama, I don't hear you. I love you. Don't whisper. Say, I love you. I love you more. I love you more. I'm feeling really empowered. I'm feeling really strong. I'm feeling really excited. I'm doing something that I never ever thought I would have been doing. Running a half marathon is not... Yeah, that's a candle. Hot. Running a half marathon is not something that I ever imagined I would be doing, and most likely it's not something I'm gonna do often. I've said a few times that I probably won't run another one, but given the time of year that this half marathon is in and how the temperature feels here at this time of year, I think it could be something that I do annually, maybe this one. I have nothing against half marathons. I have nothing against marathons, but I probably won't run one. And I'm not gonna say never, because never say never, and I may get so excited and have so much adrenaline and just really want to do it after I run this half marathon to push myself to do something different. But at this point in time, running a marathon isn't a goal for me at all. I enjoy running, and I run for fun. I run for pleasure. I run for health and exercise and fitness. I run for weight loss. I run so I can eat whatever the hell I want to eat. But I don't have like competitive goals. So running a marathon, it would be something to just tick off my list and say I've done it, but I'm not excited to do it. I'm not excited to run double what I ran today, ever. It's just not for me. And I think that that's okay. Your running style could be, I just enjoy running for the sake of running, but it doesn't mean you have to want to run competitively and run 26.2 miles. I don't think that bye-bye. So after the race, I will come back and share with you all my final half marathon reflection and my time and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for sticking it through with me and checking in on me and my updates and sharing your stories around running. It really is inspiring, and I know there's not many of us doing it who are tuned in, but it's still really great to hear it from those of you who are. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, I love you for watching. Bye.